What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me. Still getting in these 10,000 steps. Sun about to be behind me that way, so I'm gonna just keep it tilted this way for a second. But man, let's talk about Ohio. I think it might be Springfield in particular with this Haitian situation. You know, depending on who you ask, it's a invasion. It's a migrant problem. It's an illegal alien problem. It just really comes down to whoever you ask. But all the citizens seem to agree it's a problem nonetheless. Man, I just watched some sort of town hall about it, and the residents, the picture they painted about what's happening, it did not sound good at all. This lady said, look, I'm not laughing at them, man. It's just the way she described them making a barbaric stew out of like animal parts or whatever. Like, that was a hell of a description. It's been said that people cutting up roadkill right then and there in the street to eat it later. I've seen talk about pets coming up missing because the people are eating their pets. I've heard about cats and ducks being eaten. I mean, this sounds crazy. Going into grocery stores and just opening up whatever they want and consuming it and leaving the rest. There was one woman, she said she 95 pounds. Look at her. You know, she wouldn't be able to fight back even if she had to, because she's dealing with a lot of homeless, and she says she has tried to work with them as best she can, but they're loitering on her lawn, throwing mattresses. I mean, this sounds really bad. The way they describe these people, they sound savage as hell. Like, it sounds like just imagine like you dealing with just savages out of a movie or something like that, some big Hollywood production. That's really how this sound, the way she describing it. It don't sound good at all. I'm not even touching or scratching the surface of how they was describing this, man. It was just really bad. I don't know if y'all haven't seen this. I recommend checking it out. Springfield, Ohio, Haitians. You'll likely get a bunch of videos showing this, because it was quite a few that I saw covering this, and that was how I managed to get the info that I did. People are like, they said uncivilized. This was the citizens, or one of them's description, that they are uncivilized people. That they're coming over here, behaving over here the way they do coming. They're behaving over here the way they would if they were still over there in Haiti. They're angry. They're very aggressive. They're very violent. It just, I'm gonna go over here and sit for a second. It just really sounds like a bad situation over there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I haven't kept up with what's going on over in Haiti as of late, so I really don't know why this group of Haitians have ended up where they are. The one lady was like, this isn't about race. It's about people that have been given the privilege to come over here, and they're just not appreciative of it. And I feel that, it's silly that she even had to preface what she was saying it's not about race. But she did, and we all know why she did, because people are so quick when you're unhappy with something and you happen to be part of a certain group, and people that look like they're part of another group are doing something and you complain about it, you're quickly called to be racist or intolerant or whatever. So this woman, she knew that her feelings would try to be downplayed and minimized for that reason, and so she had to leave that caveat there. She had to preface her statement with that, which again I think it's silly, especially when you see for yourself that this is happening, and it's other black people that are seeing for themselves what is happening. So it's silly that she even felt like she had to do that. There was a brother with a red hoodie who lived there that was talking, and he was saying basically he accused the people sitting on the panel who run the city. I don't know if it was the city council or what, but he accused them of being on some sort of government payroll, because he's basically saying he don't understand why this is happening, why this is being allowed to happen, and nothing's being done about it. And the people in the position to do something about it are just sitting complacent about it. So he accused them of being on some sort of pay. And I don't know, he might not be wrong. You know, you get a lot of this sort of stuff. If you look at a lot of these different sanctuary cities, there's money involved. These people are not doing this for no reason. There's some sort of kickback that the people are getting for allowing migrants to come and stay in their cities. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't recall another time in my life where this has been a thing. You know, I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, you guys check me in the comments. I am asking you. If I am wrong, check me in the comments. But I honestly cannot think of another time in my life where this was a situation that was real. You know, you got migrants from this place and that place. They're being allowed to come over here. They're given all sorts of freedoms and protections that seem to be prioritized over the actual citizens who live there. And it's just chaos. I can't think of another time in my life that's been a thing. The woman, this is the 95-pound woman that said she couldn't fight back even if she wanted to. She said she's moving. She's been living where she's living for 40 plus years, and her husband are like, hey, we leaving. We can't stay here no more. Man, that's crazy. You've been living somewhere for 40, 45 years, and now you about to move. Not because you are choosing to move, but because there have been some people that have been imported to where you live at and just been allowed to run amok and tear up your town, and you can't say or do anything about it without being called racist. That's crazy, man. And, you know, they sure be choosing the right places to do this stuff. Because I'm going to tell you, man, and I believe this with every fiber of my being, something like this would never fly in my city. It would never fly in Detroit. Never. They could never bring in some Haitians and they just take over the city, terrorizing the citizens like that, man. It would be a street war. Like, I'm gonna just tell you, it would be a street war. When you got citizens asking the people in charge, you're protecting them, but who is protecting us from them? That's a serious problem. If ever there was a reason for the people to revolt, I'm not encouraging people to be violent, but if ever there was a reason where people were to revolt and I would be understanding of it, it would be something like this Haiti situation. They really need to get it together, because that was a very bad look. That whole meeting was a very bad look. And I only seen 3 people speak that were present. I'm sure there was a lot more people that got up to the podium and gave their own account of how miserable it's been staying there. But just the 3 people that I heard, it was bad, man. I wouldn't wish living like that on anybody. You know, home is home. There's a pride that comes with home. Like myself, I love this city. I love this city from the bottom of my heart, man. Home is home. This is my home. born and raised here, and I take so much pride in being a Detroiter. You know, y'all see me. I'm very much Detroit versus everybody, and most of the people that I know are like that too. Detroit versus everybody. That's why I say they sure be knowing the right places to choose to try this sort of nonsense, because I just don't believe this would ever fly here, man. They could never drop off a bunch of people here and we just sit back and allow them to tear up our city. Our city was already tore up before, and we hated it. And it took so long for the city to make the comeback that it's doing, this renaissance that is happening. And just when we're starting to get used to that, y'all gonna drop off some migrants here, and we gonna just sit back and allow them to tear it up? No, not us, not here. That would never fly here, man. I'm telling y'all, that would never fly in the city of Detroit. So the people in Ohio, man, I empathize, because I really can see that the people, they're overwhelmed with what's happening. This is very, like, it's like they were like ambushed with this sort of thing. I don't even know if they were even told ahead of time that the migrants were being brought here. It's almost like they were just kind of told when it was happening. You know, I don't know if it was ever a town hall meeting to like vote on this or anything like that, if this was just bounced on them. I don't know. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a really bad situation for them, and my heart goes out to them, because I just could never imagine experiencing that. And they seem like all older folks. Like, most of them seem like older folks that even if they wanted to fight back in some sort of way, they just passed them years, man, when they're gonna be able to do something like that. But protect your peoples, protect your mama, protect your grandmas, protect your aunties, protect your peoples. You know, if you in one of these sanctuary cities already, you know, protect your peoples, man. Check on your peoples regularly. Make sure they okay. Because the way they describe this situation, these people being as violent as they are and uncivilized as they are, make sure your peoples is okay, man. Because the thing is, when it comes to migrants, whatever way of life that they're used to, where they're coming from, they're not going to suddenly unlearn that when they cross over here. They're going to do what they're used to doing, for better or for worse. And in this case, it looked like it's for worse. But I'm going to leave it there, y'all. I appreciate y'all connecting with me. I'm going to get back to these steps. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Holla at y'all. Peace.